Oh,
We
we're live.
are live.
We're live. But Manny, I have a question. How is this your thumbnail? Outrageous! Outrageous!
What do you
I
mean
don't know what else.
outrageous? Why is it
Outrageous!
outrageous?
This is
What else
outrageous.
happened? What else happened?
What else happened? I'll tell you what happened. You're right. You're right. There is nothing else that happened. I mean, maybe
Correction,
that first
Marcus. There could have been
something.
something else. There could have been something else. And
I
you
would have
know
went with
we love it
Mellow
when
and
this. You know it. We love it when this happens.
there it is. I don't know who's taking it worse, him or his dad. His dad
The
looks like he's
dad.
breaking up too.
The
Like,
dad looked
oh,
devastated.
I just bought all that merchandise.
Oh, the young bucks.
Oh, the young bucks. What's up with this kid? Why was he crying over that one? Of all the things to cry over, that's the one. I think he was crying out. Oh no, it's another AEW turn. Why?
I mean,
Why
there's
can't people just
also
stay on their sides? Damn, that dude's costing someone title shot for one pose.
that is an ultimate
Yeah.
maximum male model. They should have brought him up already.
Nah, he's too serious. He's too serious. Mansoor and Mace don't do anything for anybody in the ring. This guy can actually go somewhere. I was really disappointed that him and Mello didn't have that match. God damn you, Nathan Frazier.
He's more the smartest man alive.
Yeah. But that's how you should do it over challenge. Get to the ring first. That's all you gotta do.
Yeah.
Don't give up because you hear somebody's music and they start doing their interest. Nah.
Especially
Get to
when
that ring.
Giovanni Vinci's entrance takes an hour because he has to pose for photos.
Yeah. Still, his
Um,
hour is still 20 minutes less than Roman Reigns. Still, I don't know
so
how that man does it.
yeah, so we'll be back right after this.
I'm Shotzi Blackheart, the ballsy badass, and you are watching the Untitled Manny and Marcus show. Remember to like the video and subscribe.
Hey!
Oh,
Check out the Marcus and Mandy show.
I hate you both right now. You guys are ridiculous.
You and Danny McBride.
he is Danny McBride.
He looks like what you call Powers. What's his name?
Kenny Powers.
Yeah. Danny McBride.
Welcome everyone to the Untitled Manny and Marcus show. We are once again coming from the International House of Petty. I'm Lord Manny Hayes. He is
Marcus, the grand finale. Live and ready to go. I swear.
he hasn't sounded like he was dying in the last 15 minutes I've been speaking to him.
Not only if I'm dying, 3 people next to me have died, and I am mourning their death as I die as well. Like, no, not this way. No, we had a good run.
First of all, why is there 3 other dead bodies next to you? What has happened?
That's what I want to know. Why are we both going out? Kane in the chat said the WWE or AEW finally got their Miss Girl with that kid. True, but I would also point out to the guy that cried when CM Punk came out was the originator of the cry.
He ain't the Miss Girl.
Now Miss Girl will whoop your ass. This is more the what's that? Who's that recently? Was it Roman that made kids cry?
Yeah, Roman made loads of kids cry. Whereas who was the last person to do it? It was Becky, the angry Becky kid.
Yeah, angry Becky kid was dangerous. That's the scariest one. Then there was the way back, I think about 2 years ago, the angry Finn Balor kid that took a lunge at Finn Balor and tried to kill him. His wife got close.
El Luchador said, I work with a guy who thinks wrestling is real. I'm not going to ruin it for him.
Ah, come on. Just tell him, hey, so do you know anybody with supernatural powers like Aleister Black or Undertaker? Their teleportation abilities?
Marcus, leave him alone. He might also think he can go Super Saiyan, so leave this guy alone. Come here! Come here!
Aww.
I squinted so much I can't see clearly now.
Super Saiyan. I was Super Saiyan, but I ended up going blind. He's in his 40s. It's not coming back for him. So let that man cry when the Undisputed Elite break up. A team that's only been together for literally they've only been in the same room like twice.
That's a stretch, but that's not even a stretch. That is underestimating the amount of time they've been in a room together.
Yeah, all of them together is it's a rare occurrence. Like you may get Cole and O'Reilly, but you won't have Bobby Fish. You may get the Bucks and it was a good mix up, but they did.
What do you make of the AEW talent relation shakeup, and also the hiring of Madison Rayne?
Yeah, it is what it is. Tony's
I think
be all end all. I don't know what it's gonna mean for you.
I don't think it's the be all end all. I think it's a turn for AEW where Tony's finally realized he can't do it all, and he's spreading out some of the work.
Oh, he's putting it out there. He's like, here, you do this, you do that.
Yeah.
Master Rain goes, what segment do I got? Oh, you get the same time slot that everybody else get with the women's segment right before 6 o'clock, and we're done with women after that.
Manny is auditioned for the Krillin, but what?
For Krillin from Dragon Ball Z. You can't go Super Saiyan because you're bald. And probably, of Asian descent.
New cast subject to change. Cast subject to change has died, Kane. It has died.
No, we need to bring that back. That is a great concept of a show. It was fun. It was engaging, and we did it too early. It happened too early when we had like 1 subscriber, and now it's gone. It needs to come back, damn it. It was a good show. It was a good ass show.
No, it was good. It was good. It was fun to do as well. It's just that was one of the pandemic shows that we had created, and then it suddenly died instantly.
Yeah. Oh, wait. We don't have free time anymore? We actually have to go to work? We have jobs? Damn the workplace. Damn the workforce. And damn money. If only we can just get by without money. I think everything should be free. And, if you don't want to do something, you shouldn't have to do it against your will.
Okay, you communist.
Yeah. That's also true. And this is how fascism began. Yeah, this guy's right. I got 3 people with me, and now wear a coat.
Let's get into AEW because we will talk. Oh wait, need to change the background because you can't even see what show that is.
And no one cares about the Dynamite part of that. They know it says AEW, and they're already cheering.
Why, you want to be on fire?
Are you saying physically?
Not a threat, Marcus.
Oh, good. Yeah. I don't know. When someone ever said, I've never been asked that question in my life. You want to be on fire? Oh shit. Cause I light your ass on fire. Like my ass, or you just gonna light me on fire? I don't know. I feel like if you're gonna light me on fire, just light me on fire. Don't light my ass on fire. Just the ass. I feel like that hurts.
So AEW opened up with Orange Cassidy versus Jay Lethal. The match got better when the comedy spots got out of the way.
Yeah, but it's every Orange Cassidy match. Every single one. Maybe, you know what? How about one time, no comedy spots? But then again,
that would be nice.
And then, maybe we drop the gimmick entirely. Maybe I'll be that guy.
I don't think many will agree with you with that. Lethal picks up.
No one is.
Lethal picks up the win. Demands Wardlow come out because he's gonna break his friend's leg. Wardlow does come out. Sonjay suggests that he puts that title on the line at Battle of the Belts 3. Wardlow accepts because it doesn't matter when or where Wardlow is going to whoop that ass.
This is Wardlow's World. Coming live. Trying to coin something.
The only world I trust is Bobby's World. If you remember that card. If you're old enough to remember that cartoon.
Shout out to the very clean Howie Mandel.
Or Boy Meets World. The only worlds I trust.
You don't trust the New World Order? Or Jimmy Eat World?
No. Who trusts the New World Order? No one can trust Dennis Rodman.
Even the Bulls couldn't trust him. He was gone for half the finals.
The Undisputed Elite, Adam Cole says he's not medically cleared. He talks about loyalty, how he came to AEW because of the Bucks, and he's traveled the world with Red Dragon. He talks about the Trios tournament. He said,
the world. I don't know why the world is coming back together.
He talks about the Trios tournament. That seeing as what's his name?
I just want to keep bringing in worlds.
Kyle O'Reilly isn't cleared, and the Bucks don't feel like they want a team with Bobby Fish. I didn't know there was beef between the Bucks and Bobby Fish. And then
Bobby Fish is not the last person I'm picking on my kickball team. That's what they did right there to Bobby Fish. Fuck them.
So he says, if that's not going to happen, no one's competing for the trios tournament. Because you're not going to be able to, and then they choke them out or attempt to.
No, it was one choke out and then a chop block. Oh,
and then Adam Page makes the save with the Divas title all over his chop.
What were his pants? There are weird outfits, and then there are weird outfits. And you know what? Seth Rollins went, I never wore those.
It's like he stole them from a hippie before he came to the show.
It's like he robbed a 13-year-old girl on her way to school. Oh, shit, give me those pants. Why? Those would go great with my wife beater.
Can we stop listing all the worlds, please? I don't need to know about Mr. Worldwide Pitbull.
Hey, yeah, Mr. Worldwide. Or Elmo's Worlds, Wayne's Worlds, Party Time.
Because I suddenly put sunglasses on, I become Mr. Worldwide.
Dale! Dale, Manny, dale!
Then we get Christian. We are the world. Christian says,
we need to do that, Manny, and get design all the podcasters to get together in a choir, and we're singing "We Are the World," and we're doing very poorly, but it would be great. And it'll only be the podcasters I like. It probably just be us.
Christian says,
copyright strike.
Christian says Jungle Boy was raised by pieces of crap. This is when Jungle Boy decides to try and run over Christian.
Yeah. He tried to run him over. He didn't even hear the pieces of crap part. He was going to contempt murder. I want charges.
Yeah, he needs to press charges.
Yeah. I mean, this was premeditated. This isn't a situation in which Rikishi just happened to run over Steve Austin because he was a rock. Okay, this was an attempted murder, and this was attempted manslaughter. And if Jungle Boy was released today by Tony Khan, I would understand it because he's a murderer. He's an attempted murderer. Christian has not done anything physical to anybody in his family or harm, because sticks and stones may break my bones, but words would never hurt me. What happened to that? What happened to that? Not I hit him with a car if you say something mean about my dad. If you want to say if I were to get ran over by a car because I said something mean about somebody's dead dad, I would be ran over multiple times. I've made jokes about Benoit. That probably not the best thing. Batman, and yes, he's not real, but to me, he's real. Damn it. It's still real to me, damn it. So
do you work with our luchador? I believe this person might be you.
no. I look down on the person that believe in wrestling's real. But Gotham City and Star Wars, that shit is real life. I die for that. You hear me in the chats. You hear me in the comments. I got a war over that shit.
Christian's wife ain't loved him since he got baptized in his own pool.
Yeah, you're not a real man.
Shout out
His
to
wife-
this.
I like to think his wife left him for Tyson Tomko, and then they lived happily ever after. But Tyson Tomko had a drug problem, and it just spiraled out of control. It was a bad choice.
So we get the tag match between Britt Baker, Jamie Hayter versus Thunder Rosa and Toni Storm. Mark, we need to have a moment of silence for a minute.
Yes, I know. I already know what your moment of silence is for. I'm gonna
She
play the
got new gear.
Look at those clothes. Look at that. Look at her. New tights. She got new drawers on. This has never happened.
Which
She's been
raises the
wearing-
question: what happened to the old tights for her to finally decide to change it?
Someone told her to cut the shit. Someone told her, girl, you've been wearing the same stinking drawers for the past year or two you've been in this company. Change it up. Match with us. We're a tag team. Although this shows me that the women's tag teams are coming, and Britt Baker and Jamie Hayter are probably going to be tough tag team champions because this is AEW and everybody's getting the belt.
Yeah. So the match was actually pretty decent. The finish came with Toni slamming that ass into people's faces, and where she accidentally hits Thunder Rosa. And then this was enough to distract Toni for Jamie Hayter to capitalize with a clothesline. I'm not calling it a lariat because it was a clothesline.
What's the difference, Manny? What is the difference?
Do you know what? William Regal explained the difference on commentary a few weeks ago. I wasn't paying attention.
I think a clothesline, I think a lariat knocks you the fuck out. I think that's what it is. A lariat knocks you the fuck out. Clothesline, and they get up from that. Do a drop kick or so.
Yeah, but what about JBL's clothesline from hell?
That was from hell, though. That was the definitive clothesline. He had to find out from hell, which I'm going to reinterpret as a lariat now. It died, so it became a clothesline. It was born a lariat. It died a clothesline. Hell. Something else about this match that I want to bring up. Overall, good match. It's nice, really well put together and stuff. I haven't seen a good women's match on the Dynamites in a while. It seems like they just been like mediocre or bad or.
Oh no, the Thunder Rosa one against I can't remember her name now from last week was pretty good.
I can't remember it.
I know I can't pronounce that name without me putting it, so I'm not even gonna try.
Oh, it was the Japanese lady, right?
Yeah. It's another one where it's got Sheeta at the end of it, and it's just like it's said differently, and it's not fair.
If only people can, have names that I can pronounce. If only we could be consistent in this world.
If only they wrote it, you could have a difficult spelling name. If only next to it you put in brackets how to say it properly, phonetically.
Where you go? Wait, is everybody a dictionary? No, you learn my name. They didn't do that for Giannis under the Copo. You just
they do it for everyone in the NFL draft.
Hey, Ron, has been drafted.
I'm going to cover a few things very quickly. Eddie Kingston says he doesn't care that Sammy and Tay Conti are getting married. He signed the contract. When he gets back, he's going to kill him, essentially.
Well, can we pause right there and say what? Eddie Kingston has threatened to kill at least 800 different people, and he always seems to be the one losing in these matches. He's not going to kill Sammy, and I think somebody needs to put a cut on whenever he said that. And number two, I'll go back to the women's match. AEW, everything doesn't have to be a C-shirt, and Thunder Rosa for sandbagging. They should not be wearing that. No one's going to buy that shirt. I'm sandbagging. No one's buying that.
Britt Baker Simps will.
Why?
You know all those people that voted her the Wrestling Observer's #1 wrestler of the year? All those
Yeah.
people are going to buy that shirt.
But it's a Thunder Rosa shirt. It's a Thunder Rosa shirt.
Oh yeah, no one really likes her. Taz says Team Taz is done.
Yeah, public statement.
Yeah, Taz says Team Taz is done. He wishes everyone well.
Can I also say thank you AEW for giving multiple recaps of the Team Taz breakup?
Yeah, was it necessary?
We got three of those, and I'm like, this is the one storyline we're going to do this on. But you
Yeah.
know what? At least you're doing it.
Miro questioning if God sent those pagans, the pagans being the House of Black, and if he should trust them, and he's going to bide his time because everyone shows.
Manny, why the House of Black storylines feature once every 3 weeks?
I don't know.
Like, they're never consistently on the show. It's just his Miro comes out. That was like 3 weeks ago. He looked at him. Nothing since. And then this drops, and it's like, oh yeah, I forgot about this.
And then following that, Darby says Brody needs everything from him as he tries to build his name of him. Daniel Garcia said his win last week was the biggest, and he is the Dragon Slayer.
Congratulations.
And then finally, Marcus, Anna Jay chokes out some dude. It was cute. Maria did it better, I believe.
Oh, so if you were to get choked out by a blonde woman, well, formerly blonde is Rhea, or who are you getting choked out and how? Is it Rhea's leg?
I believe if you look on the left, that is Disney, and if you look on the right, that is I don't know.
That's reality.
An R-rated movie.
This is the difference between fairy tales right here. On the left, fairy tales as they're told to children. On the right, fairy tales as they actually happen. Wow! Dark and dangerous. Well, Rhea looked like she wanted to murder. Anna Jace was funny. She was like, "Oh, I do whatever I want. And then she disappears, and they go to the guy like, "No, how did this happen to me?"
Yeah, and then so the next match of the night was Powerhouse Hobbs versus Ren Jones. He destroys this man.
yeah, the man's died. I'm shocked you have his name because I just remember seeing the man die.
Ricky Starks runs out to get Hobbs, but then Apollo Crews ref decides to try and break it up, and then he shoves Apollo Crews ref out of the way, and then gets a spine buster for his troubles. I believe this is Apollo Crews ref's fault.
It's your fault. No. But I guess forgetting the Ricky Starks Powerhouse Hobbs feud. I mean, we knew we were getting this, but I thought the Team Taz development, I thought Taz would not disband them real quick and pick a side. You know, I thought he would pick a side.
Yeah.
But now that his son has got the belt that he's always was going to have, he's like, nah.
Fuck it. I don't need him.
I don't need this. I'm like 60 years old now. I don't need all this stress.
Then we get Matt Hardy versus Christian. Christian's shirt no longer says outwork everyone. It says it worked everyone. Christian hits the... Go on.
Sign of the night. I wrestled with these two guys on No Mercy when I was a child.
I played this match on No Mercy.
They're showing this match is 70 years old. Like, it was old when they brought it back the first time. And God forbid we have a night without a table spot in a match with rules. Matt Hardy decided to jump through a table, and Christian gets the point.
Yeah. This was dumb. This match didn't need it. Christian tries to give Matt Hardy the concerto.
It was like watching Ric Flair's last match if it happened 10 years before.
He tries to give Matt Hardy the concerto, but is run off by Luchasaurus and the fugitive Jungle Boy.
This is what I like to call white privilege. Brittany Griner for 9 years. Jungle Boy is attempted murder, just back on the street in 2 minutes. Less than 2 hours, he's back on the street. Justice, people. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, and then we have Ethan Page come out, asks a lot of questions. He asks why he's not on TV every week. Why doesn't he have an action figure? Why isn't he on the truck? Ethan Page deserves better, and these fans are fickle and they don't care.
Yeah, and then he said, "Oh, you guys are cheering that, huh? You guys are cheering that," which they were because they were like, "Yeah, Ethan Page is saying something." He's like, "Well, y'all ain't bought my T-shirt. Y'all ain't buying shit for me. I ain't making no money. Y'all can kiss the blackest part of my ass."
And then Stokely comes out, said, "What you doing?" And then hands him his card.
What is you doing? So Stokely is put together the Avengers, apparently. He's basically playing the role of Samuel Jackson, and this should be post-credit scenes of AEW, and he should have an eye patch.
You know what the worst part is? He's going to put this team together, and they're all not going to be on TV.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Who's the other one he's got? Who's the other one he gave his card to? Lee Moriarty. I think Ricky Starks is going to join this because they were all asking why they're not on TV. And then they're just not going to be on TV. It's going to be another job squad. That's what it is.
Yep. Welcome to AEW Dark, where you guys will wrestle the workhorsemen and the swingmen or the wingmen or whatever they call themselves, and I guess members of the Dark Order, whoever's left.
And then we get the dumpster match, which is the Gun Club versus the Acclaimed. I don't understand the Gun Club. Why? You know, nothing that they've done has made themselves relevant. Everything everyone else done has made them relevant. Danhausen called them the Arse Boys, so that got them. That was over because people were calling them that.
Yeah.
And then the Acclaimed took it to another level.
Yeah. Manny, I have a question. You host the show on a weekly basis with the Big Ross man, Raj Retro. Choppy PP coming soon.
Coming out tomorrow.
Oh yes, tomorrow. On Manny's birthday? Or no, has that happened already?
My birthday was last week.
Oh shit, I missed it. But is the Big Ross man okay after seeing his hero Billy Gunn get just completely discarded?
You know, I haven't spoken to him about what happened on the events of Dynamite this week. But trust me, I don't think he watched it.
Well, you should show footage of Billy Gunn dying. The Acclaim wins this match, and then they attempt murder as well. There are people in there. How could JR not make that call again? There are people in there, damn it. There are people in there.
So first of all these people, when it happened in '98, that took up the whole of Raw. Essentially. When the Outlaws pushed Cactus Jack and Chainsaw Charlie off the stage, not only did it not bounce, it was a lot more safer drop because it landed straight.
Yeah, and I had a cushion there too, and I was like, oh, they're okay.
And then first responder, there was first responders of, I can't remember who it was. I think of Flash Funk, and maybe Mark Merrow.
And Sonny.
Yeah, Sonny was crying for the entire episode.
Vince McMahon just really frustrated, and a real Vince McMahon frustrated reaction, like, "What the hell were you thinking?"
Bradshaw started to fight with the Outlaws because of what they did.
Yeah, Flash Funk got into a melee. This lasted an hour. We had a conversation with Michael Cole on the phone with coming in via Baghdad or whatever, talking about, I'm here, but there's a kerfuffle. There's stuff happening here.
And then
confusing medical attention.
Shawn Michaels is consoling the New Age Outlaws. So like, you got families, you got families too. You did what you had to do to get your paycheck. All this stuff.
It's for the ratings. That's all they care about. You got to push the envelope.
But what did we get on AEW? We just moved on to the next segment, which I believe was Anna Jay choking out some dude.
Yeah, no one cared. There were people in there. It happened. It was like, oh my god, AEW sponsored by, and then you get a scalper going to a full AEW sponsor. AEW sponsored by Morphoplex and all this, and tune in for Battle of the Belts. You get the 800 matches dumped to the dark and all this, and I'm like, but there were people in there. There were people in there. Excalibur, they're dead. There are people in there.
They could have died, damn it.
There are people in there. The greatest call ever. I don't care what Jim Ross says for the rest of his life. There are people in there. It's my favorite Jim Ross call. There are people in there. But I don't think it's correct English or anything. There are people in there.
But I thought that was the most dumbest match as well because them two jumped into that dumpster and the New Age Outlaws came out and then tied it shut and shoved them up the.
Yeah, for the record, this was a much better dumpster match than the one Mick Foley and Terry Funk had. Strategically,
that wasn't actually a dumpster match. That was just them two fighting for some reason.
Oh, the dumpster match was at the pay-per-view, right? No, that's
yeah, they had a dumpster match for the tag team titles, which they lost.
Right, you're right. And the point still remains the same. This was a better dumpster match than the actual dumpster match and non-dumpster match.
And then we get the main event, which was Chris Jericho versus Wheeler Yuta. I really enjoyed this match.
Fuck Wheeler Yuta.
I knew you would say that, but I always enjoy when Jericho wins with the Lion Tamer. Not the Walls, the Lion Tamer. It looks like it hurts more.
Yeah. Not the Boston Crab or anything like that when he actually put it on. I'm happy for it, whatever. But one, I didn't think Wheeler Yuta was ever going to win this match. They're not having a fight. John Moxley is not a part of the Blackpool Combat Club at all. He only says it by name.
I didn't watch Rampage last week, but I was under the impression that Chris Jericho was cashing in a rematch clause that he apparently had. I didn't know he had to face off Wheeler Yuta to get the shot at John Moxley.
Yeah, when did babyfaces get number 2 goons? Like, oh, you got to go to Wheeler Yuta first. I kill Wheeler Yuta. I kill him, and I wouldn't care if I killed him. Don't care. I just don't care about Wheeler Yuta. I just don't.
Yeah, and that was Dynamite. What did you think of it?
In a harsher sense, there's some solid matches on the show, but I just didn't care. They need their stars back. I need the people I love on the show, and they took it all of them away. They took the quote, the Scarlet Witch, aka the mother. I can't remember her actual name. So when they look at Thanos, you took everything away from me. The people I enjoyed on the show are not here. The MJFs, the CM Punks, the FTRs. Miro had a quick segment. I miss my guys. I miss my people that I look.
Well, if MJF was here, I'm sure he'd have new goons. I'm sure someone would be going through all the trials to get to MJF right now. So I'm glad. Do you know what? The break from MJF is probably a good thing. Kenny needs to be back.
Yeah, not enough Ricky Starks.
Yeah, Ricky Starks is not needed on this show.
I just feel like I'm missing a lot of people. I don't know. I miss the old Dynamite, and I used to bitch and moan about that show too. But this one just feels like I'm watching the Dynamite, like dark, like an elevation of dark or dark elevation every single time. Like Jay Lethal and Wardlow, I have no interest in that. We know what's happening there. We know the deal. That man struggled to fight Ric Flair over the weekend. He hates Wardlow.
I don't think he necessarily struggled.
I don't know why I forgot about Wanda. Just to make an old reference onto my lips like this. Wanda. Forgot. I don't know what has done that. Look, they should do that mashup of Jamie Foxx from In Living Color as Wanda and put her in the situation that Wanda was in Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness, or whatever else she's doing these days.
Yeah. So you ready to move into NXT?
Hold on. I am. Now I am. Because they're not safe either. I got some problems with this show, but it's NXT 2.0. It's like my stupid child. I love them. No reason. They have nothing made no sense.
Nothing made that much sense in this show. KC Express versus a Toxic Attraction versus Bird Lady and Friend versus Ivy Nile and Tatum Paxley in a fatal 4-way elimination match for the NXT Women's Tag Team titles. This match was so short.
It got about 15. It got about 12, 15 minutes.
For an elimination match.
It didn't have a commercial break, and that's why it fell short. He wanted them to throw in the commercial break. Then for whatever reason, NXT 2.0 decided no commercials in the first half hour because they were like, hey, if Raw can do it, why not us? But I enjoyed the match. I thought Bird Lady and them showed me something. Sanga's girls, as I like to call them.
One's really strong and can throw the other one outside the ring.
Yeah, which I always hate in wrestling logic when someone does a move like this, because whenever a face would do it and they throw like a heel onto the people, it's a move that takes out everybody. But when you just do it as an offensive move, your person can just pop right back up. It's like, yeah, no, you should be dead too. You should sell it just like it when you do attack anyway. Just saying.
They were obviously eliminated first, Bird Lady and Friend, and then Ivy, Nile, and Tatum Paxley were eventually eliminated, leaving Casey Express and the Toxic Attraction.
I'm shocked it came down to these two. No, I'm not. But finally, the best women's tag team in all of wrestling. Yes, in all of wrestling, finally got the tag team titles.
I didn't really enjoy this match that much, you know.
You didn't? I actually enjoyed this one.
I mean,
enjoyed it.
There was spots in it and stuff like that, but it was like I didn't feel connected. In the back, they cut a promo about how long they waited for this opportunity to become tag team champions. And after it, I didn't believe that they should be credible champions.
Many immediately put, they're not the champions. Take the belts off of them.
I mean, don't take them off them, but I just like when I heard them talk about it, I was like, they ain't holding these titles that long.
It was part of me that was hoping Sasha and Naomi would come and be like, these titles don't mean shit. We're back. These titles are universal now. Take that away, Casey Express. You bums. You never were real champions. No.
So Carmelo Hayes was holding an open challenge, and it was initially answered by Giovanni Vinci, but of course, as we posted in the cold open, Nathan Frazier beat him to the ring.
What a good camera shot, though. The man's muscles look immaculate. He's almost in Gunther shape. But
I think he's better than Gunther's shape.
I know, man. I was being a little sarcastic. A little bit. But so he loses and he takes this in stride. He continues to do his entrance even though he's lost his title shot. He could be North American champion right now, but he just takes it in stride and immediately continues to walk to the commentator's desk.
Yeah, and then the match was pretty good. The finish came after Mello fell into the announce table after knocking a drink on Vinci, which opens a distraction from Trick Willie, allowing Vinci to push Fraser off the top rope and Mello to land his top rope famouser for the win.
Yes. The coffee spot. Whose coffee was that? And Mello did a good job in slapping that coffee because it hit dead slap into Giovanni Vinci's face.
It had to be Wade. There was no way that could have. There's no way Vinci could have had that come out for him, unless he got a guy. Does he have a guy?
He may have a guy. No, he don't have a guy. So, yeah, this happened. It was a good. It was a good match. Didn't make any sense for Vinci's part to be like, I'm okay with not being North American champion. I'd rather do commentary today in my underwear.
I'm sure this is going to end up as a triple threat at Heatwave, which leads to the contract signing for the Heatwave for the NXT title match between JD McDonough and Bron Breakker.
I'm mad.
This was stupid. Nothing about this was entertaining. It was like Breakker said McDonough could be the tougher opponent. It could be a tough opponent than anyone he's faced before, which includes Ciampa and Dolph Ziggler, because he's going after his mind, Marcus. He's going after his mind.
Yeah.
Which I believe Joe Gacy did also.
Yeah, I mean, I guess people's strategy. The scouting report of Bron Breakker is out. You go after his mind. Which isn't much there, because he just gets really, really mad about stuff. I get really, really mad.
And then after demanding the NXT champion to sign the contract first, the Irish Ace cuts himself and signed with his own blood. Well, he just wrote a D.
I thought he was gonna I thought it was gonna be a cool blood pen in which you could like suck the blood out your finger and then you start writing in blood and ink and be like, oh, that's cool. Nah, he just did that, and I was like, whatever. That's not legal binding. Like, no judge is gonna be like, this is you signed the contract in your own blood. That's not legal. We just need a replay of this. This doesn't actually work. It's a nice metaphor, but doesn't actually work. And he was like, no violence is gonna happen. No violence actually did happen, and I'm really disappointed. Violence should have happened.
Yeah. Then we get Mandy Rose versus Saray. This match was bang on average. Average.
Well, my favorite response was Mandy Rose first before the match, trying to console her girls who were really upset, who were accusing the referee of cheating, and they're like, did you see what happened? Did you see what happened? This is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I'm trying to think what in that match happened that they got screwed in. What? They were so upset. And then Mandy was like, I'm just gonna go. Like, it was a horrible display of sportsmanship. I was cheated, and they have no explanation on how they were cheated. There were no shoulders up or nothing. Just they lost. This is the most average match ever, and it's built around the leg drop trying to break Mandy's nose again.
Yeah.
Wade Barrett was right. Saray should not have gotten the title shot because she missed the battle royal to go train with Miko Satomura. It's ridiculous. You should have been here.
She's the final boss. Of course, it's true. Zoe Stark makes the save after Mandy Rose decides to send a message to Zoe Stark by the end of the match by attacking Saray with a chair.
I didn't believe Mandy was going to do it. Mandy doesn't have it. Mandy doesn't work like that.
Mandy has people to do that stuff for her.
Yeah. Something about Mandy Rose holding the chair doesn't even look right. Like, it just seems like, oh, she's going to try to get hardcore. This is not happening. Like, imagine Mandy Rose falling through thumbtacks. Can't imagine it.
No, neither can I. Duke Hudson says Axiom doesn't belong here and slaps him. These two fight backstage till they make it to the ring. When Duke puts him down and tells the people not to believe in your heroes, they always let you down. Axiom tells him he's wrong and challenges him to a match. And then this was a quick roll-up win, Marcus. This was pointless.
No, it lasted longer than a roll-up. I would say it had about 2 or 3 more minutes in it. But, yeah, Duke Hudson just taking pins left and right. He ain't doing nothing. Axiom got his ass whooped, though. I don't care if you won the match. I'm going to remember as you got your ass whooped in front of these people. That's why I don't believe in him anymore.
Wesley challenges Trick Williams to a rounds match because he's fed up of Trick mimicking Muhammad Ali. I didn't even put 2 and 2 together when he did that pose with that after he knocked him out.
No, last week I didn't realize he did that.
I didn't realize it.
I remember the punch and all that, but I never remembered the pose. And he did it, and I was like, "This is why I love Trick Willie. This is why he's the best wrestler on NXT."
Nikita Lyons says she isn't changing for anyone, especially Kiana James. Why is she talking like a black woman?
I don't know. Who doesn't she? I am who I am, and I am unapologetic who I am. I am a strong, black, independent woman, and you can put all the demonstrations up of the civil rights movement and all that. I am gonna stand for what's right, and I will not. Black Lives Matter, blah 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 blah. I was like, man, she's really going to 1970s black woman too. Like, I thought she was gonna say, I'm Foxy Cleopatra. I'm a whole lot of woman. Austin Powers.
We get the Creed brothers versus Tony D and Stax. I didn't care. I didn't care too much about this match.
It was there. It was okay. I didn't hate it. But
I only cared about the return to Santos.
Yeah, it was dramatic. It was dramatic. When I said, oh, Roddy must have made it because the crowd started reacting. I was like, Roddy doesn't have rings like that. And they cut to Santos, who looked like he just came from his Florida home.
Electra gives Tony D a crowbar, but the camera reveals that it's Santos holding the crowbar, distracted Tony D when he socks him in the mouth, allowing Julius to get the win.
My favorite thing about this is that Electra Lopez, I thought she was like, no, Santos, no. I'm an earner now. I work the ports. Don't ruin this for me. But apparently she's throwing all that away to team up with Legardo. And then next week, the phone conversation might be my favorite.
Yeah, this is the one last meeting.
This is it. We and you can't coexist in the world. This is it. We can't work together. We can't work against each other. What me and you, motto. The last accord, apparently. Hopefully, this is the call for Santos to move to the main roster under the new guidance of Triple H and Legado. Let Legado go up.
Yeah,
Lester probably needs to stay, but Legado.
Electra needs to be fired.
Not with the money she earns in the ports. She's good at making money at the ports.
Yeah, give her a job. Give her a job working events. Like event stuff. That's it. Sell some t-shirts. Sell some t-shirts, Electra. You're trash. I
feel like that's Mandy. Can you tell Electra Lopez to come into my office? Yeah, sure. You know what you'll be good at? What? Working event staff. That's what you'll be good at. You're not good at nothing. You're worthless. You're trash. You see, I want to have a dumpster match with you and throw you in there. That's what I want to do.
Well, firstly, Marcus, I would call her in the office. I wouldn't say all that stuff. I'd say you either fired or you become event staff. Your options.
But either way, you will never be in a wrestling ring again. That's it.
So Roxanne Perez talks about going through a range of emotions from happiness to betrayal to sadness. She wants to settle this at Heat Wave. Cora Jade claims she is the talk of WWE, putting herself in the conversation of Bayley and Roman, and refuses the match. She also has a customized Singapore cane.
Yeah. You know what's weird about her saying she's in the contest of Bayley and Roman is that they're in the same universe. I don't know why that came off as like, well, she's talking crazy. She said that's a different galaxy right there. Like, get this all under the WWE brand. That's how insane it was when she said. I was like, wait a minute. You out of line.
I don't think she is.
She's out of line. She is out of line.
No. Do you know why? Because she's been appearing on Bayley's Twitter feeds and Instagram feeds, so people know who she is now. As much as people know who Indy Hartwell is as well.
It's a damn shame. But, Mandy comes out and put a hit out on Zoe.
Yeah, Mandy wanted to talk business.
And Cora Jade goes, I don't kill old ladies. That's not part of my business.
No, so what came out was Cora Jade was like, why am I going to do that for you when there's nothing in it for me? Then Mandy laid out the plan like a good old-fashioned killer.
Yeah. Let me tell you what, you get the title shot. You won't. Come on. You take it out next week, I give you the title shot. Cora Jade is going to fail, by the way. She's going to fail.
I think she may succeed. Marcus, I think she may succeed, become the NXT Women's Champion. We get Toxic Attraction on SmackDown. And then we continue this Cora Jade versus the Roxanne Perez feud for the NXT Women's title.
Ooh. I prefer that. And then
and Grandmama will go back to the back of the line.
By the way, Zoe Stark, when she ran out there to make the save for I forgot who that girl Mandy beat up was. Saray. I forgot already. But I was like, man, the knee brace is on. I don't know if you're healthy. Like, he came out looking. She looked like she was crippled. She looked like House running to make the save.
Well, she did it last week as well, when she cut the promo and then she had a match later in the night. But she also wore the knee brace.
It's in a match, but if it's not the match, you can't come out in that knee brace when it's over your pants. Looks like House.
We get Brooks Jensen versus Joe Gacy. Gacy earlier in the night makes reference to Jensen's father.
Yes. Your daddy sees you as a failure and all that. I'm like, whoa. What?
Unlike the journeyman father of Cameron Grimes. Oh, Scott Hall is in the house. Hey, yo. That is a great image as well. That is a great image.
Is. And I want to also bring up, that's actually a picture of Razor Ramon, not Scott Hall. Two different people. I know who you are, Scott Hall. But I want to know. I don't know why you're here. It's a good reference.
Yeah, so they brought up B squared, or I can't remember his actual full name. Bull Buchanan.
Yeah, he called him B squared. I was like, Jesus, you go
That
all
was
the way
his.
back.
That's when he was with John Cena.
I know, but I remember him as Right to Censor's Bull Buchanan. When did I remember B squared?
Pretty Deadly caused a distraction in this match, enough for Gacy to get the win. Where I also believe, can't remember their new name. GYV, formerly GYV,
Schism.
looked like
The dyad.
They looked like they were trying to, I don't know, molest.
Yeah. Yeah. I felt like they were two child molesters who got together. It was like, you know what? Let's do some child molesting tag team.
Let's go get Fallon. Let's go get Fallon.
Yeah.
She's got them young calves.
Look at you. You can join the dyad. You can shave your hair, or you can put a contact in your eye. Again, I don't understand why Joe Gacy made them shave their beards when he get to keep his.
Because he's the
hippo
leader.
in the crate.
It's a cult, Marcus. It's a cult. The leader always looks different to everyone else. He has to look. They have to look pure. He gets to look disheveled. Gacy makes another push to get Grimes to join him. When everybody was watching, it's like, ain't he talking about you?
Like, I guess he is. So he's on my TV. And the cameraman continued to zoom in on his face, even though the cameraman was committed to the Joe Gacy. I questioned the cameraman who said, let me zoom in. Let me get the dramatic effect of this. As Kevin Grimes watches on the other camera. Like, what is this?
And then we get a match that had no purpose of being on this show, which is Alba Fire versus Lash Legend.
Oh, it always has a purpose. Lash Legend, one half of the Thick of the Dead, goes in there. She goes for the bat. She loses. One day, we're going to look at this and be like, this is Lash Legend way back when, Manny. Then she becomes a star. Or she's appearing on AEW Dark, teaming with Parker Bordeaux.
I would cast Lash Legend as the fake Naomi to continue my fake storyline of they ain't bringing back Sasha Banks and Naomi. They're bringing fake Sasha Banks and fake Naomi.
Who's your fake Sasha?
Who's that girl on the Indies?
You mean on Impact? Are you gonna say Tasha Steelz?
No. There's this lady that just looks like a thicker version of Sasha Banks. I will find it, but let's just move on to the next match.
I like to see Manny a thicker version of Sasha Banks. That's what you're gonna do.
I know who it is.
I know who you are, Thirst Trapper Jones. You're gonna Google thicker version of Sasha Banks and go through a long list, and then on Saturday, that's gonna be the thumbnail. Some random woman who we have never seen before, and you be like thicker version of Sasha Banks.
No, I will find it, Marcus.
Exist.
She does exist. Casey Lennox.
I have no idea who that is.
I will share an image now.
And it begins. The Casey Lennox era has begun. She's gonna be the new what's her name? The black woman from NXT with the curly hair. The Lions.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, recast. Yeah, just give her blue hair or purple hair or whatever. Yeah, that's a recast. They're about the same size.
No, she's bigger than Sasha. Sasha is.
And that's and Manny, I want to commend you, and that's the most wholesome picture that you've ever posted of any female wrestler. Very wholesome.
Excuse you. Wholesome? I posted this as well. No, like that. This.
Yeah, they're still their underwear. But Jimmy Henry looks so happy to have new underwear too. Like, ooh, they're finally paying me.
It's like when you get a new when you get anything new, you just have to give it a smell. Like,
Yeah.
it smells brand new.
That smells brand new. Wow. Not only is this brand new, I feel brand new. They're saying her tights Scott Hall is referred to. Is that a Captain Marvel reference? It could be. Could be a Homelander reference. I'm
I
not
think it's
sure.
Captain Marvel.
It's whichever. Let her be. Hater gonna hate. But she ain't gonna win at Battle at the Belts. In fact, no one's winning at Battle at the Belts. Why is that card happening?
It's too soon, and there's no build to it. It just never makes sense when they do
And
this.
why is Takashi getting another title shot? He's been in the.
Now you can say the name. Now you can say the name.
Well, you used to have me spell it out phonetically yesterday.
No one else watched that show yesterday. Go watch it.
Yeah.
I was in that chat by myself.
Well, we took a stance against thirst trapping in general on the show, in which all the hero wrestlers out there are just out there half naked on Instagram or OnlyFans.
Yeah, on Wednesday. On Wednesday, these two just like looking at oily men in their underpants.
That's right.
That's what the Wednesday show. That's what the Wednesday show is about. So if you want to watch that show, join in on Wednesday. Usual time, usual place. Show about men.
It's a show about men for men.
It's New Japan before they decided they need a women's division.
Hey, we put Jordan Grace on the cover. The problem is we put him with Benoit.
Yeah, you also put Ric Flair, who looked like a used tampon, on your thumbnail.
So much blood. Just so much blood.
Von Wagner versus Solo Sikoa. Why this match was stupid.
You know what? It was what it was. It was basically the Boa match with Solo, but they did that better with Boa. Boa had a better match.
Yeah, and I hope the finish of this, which was the same as Boa, means that we don't see Von Wagner for a very, very long time.
Next week.
Because Boa is missing in action. Boa has not been seen.
He's been on the shelf ever since. I like to think that Von Wagner completely fucked up his whole match when he decided to just put Solo in the trash can and thought he won. He's like, yeah, that's it. I don't know why he thought that killed the man, but Solo was like, I can get out the trash can. You didn't even lock it. You got to push it into the streets and so I can yell, there are people in there. There are people in there, damn it.
So I believe when Solo did the Uso splash on Boa, that knocked the spirit out of him. So he was no longer the masked man.
Yeah.
The face paint man. The man in the mirror. This man.
Man, it was addicted to drugs. It's so long. It's been so long.
So I'm hoping that the same effect has happened to Von Wagner.
I hope so.
Did he get locked in that crack house again? And no Regal left to check on him at the door?
Old video, guys. Old video. That was good.
I remember that. That video was great.
Yeah.
For no reason.
Yeah. It was him and Xia Li going through it. They were going through it. Xia Li has never recovered.
Like Ross said, like the video. If you're new here, subscribe, people. Subscribe.
Let me tell you my favorite moment, and the moment that made absolutely no sense on NXT. And it was during the Solo and what you call match. Before this, Melo and Trick were leaving the arena, and some freaks were out there trapping them and to get them in a situation in which the car was not starting. And they said, can we get a jump? Melo and Trick agreed to this, but I've never seen half-naked women do this before. Not since Nate Dogg and Warren G in the Regulators music video. Since some horny freaks just hit the curb and broke down. Then later in the match, they're still there because Melo and Trick could not fix this situation, so I'm assuming they called a tow truck. But I want to ask the original question, Manny. What were they doing there in the parking lot, and why were they leaving? What was happening there? What the hell was happening?
I think Trick is a good friend, and he hired those women, much like he hired those women when they were on that rooftop balcony.
I'm assuming for the guy, that 40-year-old guy who El Luchador worked with, that think wrestling is real, also thinks porno is real as well, and think this could happen to him. This could never happen to anybody.
Well, I also think that Trick was trying to get Mello into a Deshaun Watson situation.
Massage time. Aggressive massage. Oh, Deshaun. But yeah, that was NXT, and the show made no sense.
It really didn't.
But in their notes, they got a jump in their ratings. They jumped up. Their ratings are increasing. I think the thirst trapping is working. The thirst trapping is working for NXT.
All of them are doing it. That's the weird part, is that all of them are doing it. even that one that's never really on TV, the new redhead, Sloane Jacobs, she's doing it too.
Yeah. Thirst trapping is working. It's nothing to do with the booking, because there are days when NXT 2.0 is actually a really good show. This was not a good show.
No, it wasn't.
It was one of their highest ratings.
I think AEW is better this week.
Yeah, they win. Raw, on the other hand, did a really good rate. They did 2.2 million because everybody's back for the Triple H era, because all of a sudden Raw is his place to be.
No, Marcus, because everyone was thinking Sasha Banks and Naomi were coming back, and they didn't know when, so they had to stay for the entire episode.
I'm not
Because
kidding.
even their hourly ratings were up. Their hourly ratings were up.
I'm just giving all credit to the people going, Triple H is in charge. Bring it on, the Marks. The old black and gold match. We're back. The black and gold people think we're back. Who's fighting tonight? Ciampa? Oh, shit. We're back. We're watching. But, yeah. I'm sure those ratings will drop down next week.
Yeah, unless they decide to announce Monday afternoon, or Sasha Banks and Naomi officially coming back, so more people will come and watch, because that's the key to ratings these days: is pre-announce, don't surprise.
Yeah. That's what TNT yelled at AEW about Sting for the Stanga.
Yeah,
they yelled at him about that. What do you mean? What do you mean you didn't announce? But
that's the result. But now because of that, and it's TNT's fault. Now you got Tony Khan saying there's a surprise every other week. So when you do that, then you get tired of these surprises. This is technically TNT's fault when you get tired of because of AEW.
Yeah, and before we came on the air, Dave Meltzer, whatever he says, take it with a grain of salt. I don't believe anything he said. AEW might be in some trouble due to the Discovery merger, that their deal, they haven't resigned. It seems like they're on good terms, but yeah.
I thought they were safe.
No one is safe. You heard what happened to Batgirl? Batgirl shook up the wrestling world. Batgirl might be the reason that AEW gets shut down.
Batgirl, I heard, was so bad that they took it off, which means I want to see it just because.
Yeah, what the fuck? That's never stopped them before.
That can't be as bad as Halle Berry's Catwoman.
It can't be as bad as Suicide Squad 1.
That can't be as bad as Morbius. Eternals.
And if it is that bad, it's got to be great. It has to be hilarious. It has to be better
than Morbius and Eternals.
Yeah. There's also rumor that they canceled it because it ties into the Flash movie, which they don't know what to do with that.
That movie has been slated to be coming out for years.
Yes.
We're nowhere closer to that.
Then it's finally filmed. They finally have to get them. Finally get trailers. And then Ezra Miller is a psychopath. And they're like, shit, we put this out. Just put it all out.
The Green Lantern, not Hal Jordan, Jon Stewart story, the animated one, is really good. That came out a few weeks, maybe a month or two ago.
Oh, that came out?
Good. Yeah, it's really good.
Okay.
Like, if you want to know that Jon Stewart is a murderer and destroyer of planets.
Yeah, but he did the right thing. He was set up. Set up, man. That's as soon as a black man get any power, they set his ass up. Hey, never said Hal Jordan like that. Although he gets blamed for blowing up that planet, Hal Jordan went on a killing spree for years. For years.
He was possessed by Parallax.
That happens. That's what I would say. Your Honor, that was not murder. I was possessed by Parallax. He had control of me. Bullshit. Hold up in the court of law. You're going to jail, Hal. If Hal Jordan were to say, "Oh, I blew up that planet. I was possessed by Parallax," bullshit. You were a black man who had unlimited power and you abused it.
Scott Hall. It's weird calling him Scott Hall. I'm going to call him Scott Hall. Is Bret Hart or Hart Foundation your favorite because of your channel name?
No, it's not even the case. Early on in the podcast, they thought we actually we were the official podcast of the Bret Hart fan club site or something at one point, but we tried to say has nothing to do with Bret Hart. It's just it's a clever play on words of it's a wrestling hold. We like to say we're smart, even though we're probably not, and we're shooting, from the hip.
And Marcus has been doing the show since he was a wee boy.
Bret Hart was an inch in his daddy's pants. We've been doing this show.
Where we're saying "da" was cool at that point.
I like to add that was my Russian descendants that kicked into that, but now we don't claim that Russian descendant part due to them attacking the Ukraine, which is still going on.
So I think that's it. I think we both said AEW is the better show. Raw is Retro, the Choppy PP episode is out tomorrow.
Yes. Where
you will see myself, the Big Ross Man, Marcus the Grand Finale, and Florida Eric. Yes, Florida Eric has returned.
Do we have
20th anniversary show for Sharpshoot kind of coming up?
Yeah, I think we got like 5 more years of that, right? 3 more years, actually? I think it started 2005. Getting old.
That's in 2 years.
No, we're not 23. No, we got 3 years.
This show, I remember listening to the show when I was in university, and I started in 2005.
Yeah, that's where it started. 2005. You guys in the beginning, Manny.
God, we're old.
So old.
I was in there when Floyd was sending emails. Military Floyd.
For the Netherlands.
Shout out to Floyd, wherever you are. Yep. So that is the end of today's show. Make sure you catch the show on Saturday, live show on Saturday with me, Marcus, and Eric. And stay tuned for the rest of the stuff for the rest of the week. Watch it all. Watch ET.
Help us get to 300 subscribers. That's the most important
thing. Come on, man. We're close. We are close. There.
We're just subscribe, and you get the 300 watch along where I was displaying my abs and the cape. And, we yell, "This is Sparta," like every time. So we're almost there.
Kane, I know it's your birthday tomorrow, so happy birthday. You're almost 38. Should I cancel my own flight? Nope. Suicide is never the option.
You can cancel a flight without actually being on the plane or having any bystanders. I'm not saying go Pablo Escobar on the plane.
What else? I don't have anything else.
No, we don't, man. It's over. The show's over. It's over. Cut the cameras. Cut the damn cameras. Damn it.
I need a fade to black.
But we are covering SmackDown, where we will bring back the segment from earlier this week. What segment do we think probably killed Vince McMahon? We'll kill Vince McMahon. Because the Triple H era is just not Raw, people. He has SmackDown.
Oh, no. Okay. What segment on NXT would have killed Vince McMahon before we go?
I would like to say I feel like this was up his alley, though. I feel like he would be like, yeah.
No, I'm going to say Axiom versus Duke Hudson.
What do you mean, Duke lost? I am going to say, I'm going to say Nikita Lyons killed Vince McMahon. He's just going, ah!
Why would
I've
she?
never seen
Why
a
didn't
white
I
bitch
have
so
her?
thick.
Why didn't I have her?
She could have been mine. I could have gave it an NDA. Emphasis on the big D.
And we out. Take care. Shave your
He
hair.
say NDA. He means in the ass. That's what he means.
Indeed. Oh. You're so wrong for that.
Yeah, that is terrible. That's terrible. I like to apologize right now. I have a million of these. It's been almost 20 years of me apologizing for shit I'm saying. I'd like to add this one to the long list of apologies to the NDA. That was inappropriate, but it was pretty clever to go.
You said inappropriate, like it was supposed to be appropriate. It's not even inappropriate. You said inappropriate. I know that note, guys. We are out. Peace.